Welcome back to Hydroneer. Righty ho. So after the last episode, the old lag was getting so much. It got to the point where these didn't look like they were spinning around. I got dirt clumps building back here. I had permanent double, triple sided clumps that were just in the air, not moving, and yet there was a bucket load of resources coming out. So it was quite humorous, and I thought, oh, well, what do I do? How do I get around this? Have I not got enough pressure due to the lag coming down the conveyors? Have I not got enough pressure with the drills, the lot? So what I've done is we were at 90 drills. I've now come down to 88. There's a reason. And I don't think it's worked, to be fair, so I might just go back to 90 drills. But of course, when we've got all 90 running, we're kind of restricted, I guess, on how long we're going to be able to leave it running for before it just gets too much. I just think it's the sheer weight of resources coming through. And then what happens is, which is the other thing that's causing an issue, 30 drills each side. And what the 30 drills do is, when they get their clump of dirt, it's about 1 second per conveyor, which means by the time the last clump has reached here, it's dumping out another row of clumps, which is great, don't get me wrong, but when you've got that much resources there plus that side, it's really becoming an issue. So putting that up to 100 drills I don't think is realistic. And I've let this thing run for, a reasonable amount of time, and overall probably half an hour, 45 minutes, maybe an hour. And the amount of resources it's collected is just sick. So let me show you what I've done. From here it doesn't look any different. There it doesn't look any different. And quite frankly, nothing has changed. Apart from here. So what I've done is I've gone, as we've got 30, I've gone into 15, I've got the middle one out. Stuck in a pressure tank there, so that aids this lot. And the idea is that by the time we get down to here, we're talking about a loss of 20% from the 100 side down to 80, and then we get a 100% boost for both the conveyor belts. And then I put the other pressure tank here, so then we've got 100% from here. And again, I put another pressure tank here. So we're at 85% here, and then by the time we get down here, we're back up to 100, back down to 85 again from 100. So, has it made a difference? Not really. But it looks cool. Let's switch her on, and you'll see what I'm getting at. Now they had hardly any on, so I think one is masking. I'll wait for another clump to go up. There we go. So you see them spinning around quite nicely. Give it 5 minutes and they just look static. And it's irrelevant with these now because I can't get these in line because we've got 30 there and it's a constant 30 after 30 after 30, so this lot just has to go on. So what's that, about 5-8 seconds between this side getting to the end before we get another load? Give it 5 minutes once the lag comes, and then it will be continuous. It's crazy. Sorry about the noise. Nothing I can do about that. Just a ton of resources. It's brilliant. But you see the dirt clumps here. In a few minutes, that'll get to the point where there's so much of them, they just are permanently there. And of course, what the lag then means is that the bigger clumps going through often don't get crushed, and they end up in the funnels, and we have to go and break them up. So we've got one stopped on the conveyor already. Oh, here we go, both together. See the conveyor belts are slowed right up now? The grinders spinning around on me. You can see them spinning around really well now, and all this up. There you go, really fast, and now they're slow. So I think it pretty much well copes with this, just about. You can see some of the bigger clumps are now beginning to make it past the first set of grinders. So that shouldn't be sticking on there, not with only 30 joules. That gives it 70% pressure. That's just crazy. But it's all good. I mean, it just works. And yes, the graphics might be out a little bit, but do you know what? It's just brilliant. I love it. And I got to say that actually there is a sick amount of gold and iron in these crucibles, and also something I haven't shared with people, I don't think yet, unless I have. And if I have, I've forgotten. If I'm repeating myself, I apologise. But we've got a Cloutium bar that is worth a lot of money, and I think. I wouldn't be surprised if it's something like 1.25 million. You see, the good thing with the Cloutium is you get an idea of how big the ores are, and you know that you're going to get the same in iron and gold. I'll wait for these to go through and I'll do the old gem thing. That's miles better. You see, so that was almost right on the button of the last bit of dirt going over here. We'll see if it does it again. Whereas before we had, at the beginning, we had like an 8-second window. Yep, absolutely. Looking good. Gotta say, I'm really pleased with it. You know, it's yeah, there's a little bit of lag, and that's just because of the amount of resources going through it. I think if I went back down to 80 drills, would be fine. I'll give you an example of what I mean. Turn that one off. So you can see it's spinning around lovely. Let's see if they spawn another set of boulders before it gets to the top of the grinders. So that's about 12 to 13 seconds. So I wonder where the sweet spot is. If we've got... There was 90, then we went down to 88. And I think we've got... there's 40 there. There's no issues with that lot, so... I'm not sure what to do, whether I should just turn some of the drills off that end or just turn some drills off this end, because quite obviously you don't mind 58 drills. So it's between 58 and 80 where the lag is the issue. So, and it was fine with 60 drills when we had 30 that side, 30 that side. Yeah, so I'm not sure which way to go. I suppose it depends what kind of experience you want from the game. If you don't mind a game full of lag and you're only going to run it for 20 minutes at a time, then it's absolutely fine. But if you want to leave it on for hours, which is what I'd love to do, I don't seem to have the time for that. But if we were, you know, your machine's not going to cope with all that, so do we then trim it back? I'm sure there must come a point where, you know, do you get a better performance out of 50 drills with no lag, or you whack on another 38 drills and you get all the lag and do things slow up and stuff? I don't know. I just love seeing the bling and the cheddar cheese. Just awesome. I'll put up with all the lag in the world for that. And just so much of it. Okay. So I'm not sure what to do now with this end here, because I don't think adding more drills is going to be feasible. I bought this stuff, so I don't know really what to do with it now. And I'm sure probably getting rid of all this would also help reduce a bit of lag as well. And the other thing I could do, I suppose, I don't know if it's possible, whether you could have all these drills in one long line, only have 2 grinders, sorry, harvesters, but have like, I don't know, like 10 grinders, so that's 20 each side, to serve the whole lot. But the problem is, I'll have to move all this. So I've got a few things to think about there. So, you know, it's also got the traditional smelters here. I don't see the point in all this logic stuff, personally. It's just it's a personal preference. I like the idea of the auto repair, so I think that's cool. But I don't see the purposes for what I'm playing or how I'm playing to have conveyor belts that stop the production when you get to a certain amount of resources, produce a bar, put it on a conveyor belt, get it away, because at the end of the day, when all said and done and you get to the end of the day and you're having your clean up, you've got 3 gems, you split your gold bars in for the three lots of gems to make the most amount of money, you make your biggest sword, and maybe just do something with this. I'm going to weigh this up in a second. Is this the world's first 1 million coin Cloutium bar? 1.36 million. That's crazy. It all feels laggy again now. See if that makes any difference at all. That feels quite much better actually, to be fair. Let's get some resources on, we'll see if it has made a difference. It's not quite as big anymore, so that's quite good. They're going through quicker. Let's see what the time frame is going to be like. So when the last clumps get to the end, we had about 12 or 13 seconds previously. That's about 9. So that's okay. So I think it looks like 80 drills is really our level where it's not spazzing out and stuff. Yeah, that seems to be fairly consistent. And it's not like major lag anymore, so that's cool. You can see how the wheels look, they change. Funny thing is they slow down before the pay dirt's even got to them. It's brilliant. And these are all the reasons why we love this game. I'll just leave that, otherwise I'll keep playing around with it and I'll break it. And there we have it, guys. Let's just give you an idea of what we've collected so far. Just give you an idea of what this gem's worth. That's like nearly $250,000 on its own. That's 240,000 coins for a bloody gem. Amazing. Which means they'll all be the same, so there's £750,000 there in coins just for gems. This is the gold bar. Let's see how much this is. I've got no idea. I wonder how much that's worth. So probably a good, maybe in total, maybe an hour to an hour and a half's worth of, you know, running while I've been playing around and moving stuff and doing this and that. $5.7 million. Well, that's just ridiculous. But more importantly, that has, I'm sure that must be a record, that is a 1.38 million Cloutium bar. I watch a lot of Hydroneer films and videos from other people, other creators, and I've never seen anyone have a Cloutium bar of that level. Happy with that. That's been a little bit personal goal of mine to get a 1 million coin Cloutium bar. Because let's be fair, it's a piece of useless metal resource for the game, because you earn so much money from the game, you just go and buy stuff rather than creating it. Plus it's quicker. That's right, 4.6 million on the iron. Fantastic. I'm not worried about the crystals, we've got plenty of them, we don't need to worry about that. So there we have it, guys. That's now was the 90, now an 88, but less 6 makes it 82. We can run that all day long. Happy days, and we've got a stack load of gold. So next run we will have a look at maybe doing a test. We can give us like a, we haven't done a test for it yet to see how much it can produce in a time frame, so we can do that. Then we've also got to decide what we're going to do after here. Lots and lots to think about, lots and lots of things to do and consider. But I hope you like the huge setup. And I have to say, it's just fun, and and at the end, it's all about the resources, all about how much gold and stuff that's coming through here, and you know, when it's coming in double lined and it's too thick and it just looks awesome. So, yeah, really happy with that. Makes a game fun. Anyway, I'll stop blabbling on by now, and thank you for your time, guys, and I'll see you in the next one.